I think I just watched the best episode of Outlander Season 7. If I'm completely honest with you, this might be the best episode of Outlander I have watched in years. Every single dialogue in this episode was meaningful. Be it Jaime recounting Abraham's bargain with the Lord or Claire and Benedict Arnold talking about knowing one's limits. I have so many favorite moments, and I would love to mention every single one of them. But let me do an episode analysis first. Then you tell me your favorite moments. I think it's because I recently binge-watched Hannibal that I get cannibalism vibes everywhere. When I saw this woman and her son trying to rob Jaime and saying they had a family to feed, I genuinely thought they wanted to eat Jaime because of food scarcity. It could have been just a basic act of war looting, but a girl can theorize. What I liked the most about Claire and Jaime's scenes was Claire's honest reaction after seeing Jaime wounded. She's been following him for years in his endeavors, trying to support him no matter what. It does seem like Jaime has a hero complex, like Claire says, and it must be exhausting to constantly fear your husband might die at any point. But it appears his hero complex served him right this time, and Morgan's company, including Jaime, saved Colonel Johnson and his men from the British attack. Jaime says it would be worth losing his finger, even if it meant he would save one man. In an echo in the bone, Claire amputates one of Jaime's fingers, but the show didn't do it. I think it would be better after that dialogue, but I'm glad his hand is okay. The episode's highlight for me was Claire's chat with the mystery man, who turned out to be America's symbol of treason. At first, when they first started chatting, I thought what a lovely man he was, and their talk about knowing one's limits or reaching beyond them was quite interesting. Jaime quoted a poem from the 19th century poet Robert Browning. "A man's reach must exceed his grasp," or "What's a heaven for?" When the man said his name, I was shocked, just like Claire. Benedict Arnold was known for his treason by switching to the British side during the Revolutionary War. But after the Second Battle of Saratoga, when he and Claire talked about the injustice he had faced from his own generals despite being such a brave man, it made me think how little we actually know about people's motivations and what causes them to betray someone. I'm not saying Outlander has made me a Benedict Arnold sympathizer, but I really enjoyed the fact that the episode tried to show the other side of the story. Moving on to William, I loved how they kept the storyline from the books where Jaime shoots William's hat off. It was funny and scary at the same time. But I almost cried when Jaime gave William his own hat and called him Sir. Can you imagine the pain of being unable to talk to your son and only referring to him as Sir? But I'm glad William sees Jaime's bravery and honorable personality. At least I know this won't be the last time they see each other. Now comes the moment we've all been waiting for. If you watched my prediction videos, I told you this episode would end with Claire and Jaime sailing towards Scotland. I didn't expect to be right on point. When they climbed the stairs and went on board, I saw Jaime, Claire, and young Ian's eyes get all watery, and I immediately uttered the word home. The last time we saw Scotland in the past was in Season 3, so I'm excited as anyone else. But I didn't like how young Ian and Rachel left things off. They kissed, and although she was angry about the kiss, it was evident that Rachel, too, had feelings for young Ian. It appears our boy is still hung up about Archbug's threat, and the end of the episode proved young Ian was right to be scared. Archbug is now an old man whose only purpose is to get revenge, even if that means following Rachel anywhere she goes. This is such a sad storyline, not only for young Ian and Rachel, but also for Archbug. Spending the last years of your life pursuing a meaningless goal is as depressive as it gets. I left the Mackenzies to the end of this video because the show did the same by not giving any importance to them in this episode. There were only 2 scenes of Bree and Roger in the entire episode. I'm not complaining. I loved this episode, but I felt like the trailers were making it seem like Bree and Roger would be at the center of this episode, but it didn't turn out to be like that. One scene was Roger telling Bree about the bad news, and the other was Roger and Buck traveling through the stones. I at least wanted to see them on the other side or maybe rob Cameron with Jem. Perhaps this was the only underwhelming part of the entire episode. That's really all I have to say about episode 8. I will be doing another video about my theories for the second part of season 7, but we still have a lot of time until 2024. Now, tell me, did you like this episode and all the episodes of this season in general? Which storyline or scene was your favorite? Meet me in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share this video. Subscribe to next season for all news about Outlander. See you soon.